I echo that completely. It's like a recipe, right? You're adding salt and pepper. You want just enough, but you don't want to be able to taste the salt and pepper by itself. So yeah, hopefully this was just the right amount. And as we wrap up, so let's recap just the key takeaways and offer a couple of action steps for everyone. How's that sound?
It sounds great. Let's do it.
So we want you to, number one, take stock of your current insurance policies and review them regularly. And we're going to recommend at least annually. If you're new, maybe a couple times a year until you find those policies that are really working for you. If you're, younger, starting out in life, you're probably going to interact with these more because things are changing more rapidly. As you age, things start slowing down. At least that's been my experience, and you can kind of settle into a routine. So definitely take a look at what you have if you haven't recently, and then review them at least annually, just to make sure that you're covered with the appropriate coverage. The next thing is going to be ensure that your coverage is adequate to safeguard your assets and loved ones. And this is something that your insurance provider will typically do for you, and they'll just do an assessment, ask some questions, and make sure that you've got the appropriate amount of coverage, because there may have been some things that have changed. You may have replace some vehicles. You may have moved out of a home into a different home. You may have added children or other, things to your household, whether they're living or just other assets. You might have something new that wasn't in your last policy. So this is an opportunity to get that identified and get it covered correctly. And then we want you to recognize the integral role of insurance in your financial planning. It's a foundational element of financial security. So, just like Christine said, so many people are operating with no fraud protection. And in today's technological age, I just cannot stress enough. I feel like it's the new definition for cheap insurance, right? Fraud protection is today's cheap insurance. This is the thing that will prevent so many unnecessary headaches and so much loss in certain cases. So we also have a quote for you today. And I think, Christine, you're going to share the quote.
Yeah, this is a great one. It's a visual one, and I'm a very visual person. So insurance is like an umbrella. You don't need it unless it starts to rain. But if you don't have it with you when it's already raining, it's too late to go home to get it. And that's anonymous. But I just like that visual very much, because to me, really, what is insurance? It's protecting you. It's protection. And if you need the protection when it's too late, then it's too late to get the insurance policy.
Yeah, you said it's visual, and I'm just picturing somebody standing out in the rain just soaked, right? So, whether it's fraud protection or life insurance or whatever the situation is, just make sure you're covered. And that word covered, right? We talk about insurance coverage. It's the umbrella. It keeps the rain off of you. So absolutely. Great quote. And our book recommendation, as we do every episode, is Expect the Unexpected While Overcoming Your Greatest Fears. And that's going to be by Kurt Peeples. And it's a fairly short read, but it really speaks to, being prepared, expecting the unexpected, or preparing for the unknown in our case when we're talking about insurance. So give it a read. Like I said, pretty quick read, short book. I think you'll get a lot of good takeaways from it.
Yeah, it's not one I'm familiar with. I'm excited to check it out. So in conclusion here, securing a strong financial foundation involves having the right insurance in place. We hope this episode has equipped you with valuable insights and, more importantly, inspired you to take proactive steps towards securing your financial future.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, because it really goes a long way toward helping support us and ensure that we can continue to produce this content.
And please leave a comment for us as well. We'd love to hear from you and might even answer your question or cover your topic in a future episode.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Off Limits.
Beyond the podcast, we are money coaches who want to help you.
So if you are looking for help managing your money, use the links in the description below to contact either of us and learn how coaching can help you thrive.
Lastly, please help us to spread the word by subscribing, leaving a comment, and sharing our podcast with your friends and family.